So I know I mentioned the One Foundation in one or two of my videos, so I wanted to talk about that. Of course, that name was taken, I believe, by a China organization a while back. The premise, though, of my middleman argument or middle ground argument is this: that no matter what side you're on, red or blue, if God came down, gave you a button right in front of you, and said, "Hey," or whatever power, "Hey, press this button. I will, with by whatever means, fix this man, get him on track on life, get him happy, whatever." 98% of people would press that button. And this is not my argument. This is an argument from my philosophy professor. So with that being said, why doesn't that man receive help? So we have to examine where the breakdown happens, and the breakdown happens in then how we help him, because of course there is not just a omnipotent figure coming down with a button. So how do we help him is where we get broken down in the conversation. So if I find though that by finding this middle ground that we both do want to help this person, if you keep that in mind in your argument and keep that at the heart of your argument, you can eventually find that middle ground with the opposing party. I know it's not always true, but on this premise, I wanted to create a nonprofit that really brought together the power of crowdsourcing, because we've seen nonprofits abuse donations. We've seen constant GoFundMe's and Kickstarter stuff like that were scams and frauds. And the idea was to use my money from my biofuel cell company to fund basically my nonprofit so much that 100% of donations went to the actual causes. And so, with that also in mind, paying for project managers to find proper fixes for problems. Do you know how much it would cost me nothing to pay a few college interns that were in college, pay them part-time decent wages to just scan a Twitter and look for people that are presenting good problems that we think we could solve, that we think we could go out and fix, that needed to be fixed. Nothing. And I find that a lot of people I can find common ground. But And my philosophy professor actually preached that we should be teaching philosophy as early as elementary school, not to learn philosophies or to learn philosophers, but in that we have lost the ability to have a rational argument or debate with each other. Instead of contradicting each other's facts with facts, we just scream opinions on both sides louder than the other, thinking someone's going to listen. If you cannot acknowledge the fault within your own party, how can you expect the other person on the person on the other side of the aisle to acknowledge theirs? Thanks for dropping in, guys.